How to be footloose and fancy free to supersize and grow your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and our idiom today is footloose and fancy free. Back in the 16th century, fancy meant love. So if you were fancy free, you were not currently in love. Late 17th century, footloose meant that you weren't tied to any one thing. You weren't restricted by a geographic location. You didn't have to stay in a certain place, so you were footloose. You were free to go anywhere you wanted to. Later on, the two were combined, so footloose and fancy free came to mean originally that you weren't attached to any one, you were free, or that you weren't involved in any romantic relationship. Later came to be known as really not being attached to any person, place, or thing, no job, whatever. Our free agent status for athletes is an example of being free anyway. You're not attached to any one team, so you can go from team to team. I don't know exactly how the ins and outs of that work, but I know that it's like being a contractor. You can go from job to job, business to business, and you're able to work for whoever you want, whenever you want, wherever you want. The laptop lifestyle, which I have been purporting that everyone who owns a business should have some kind of an online presence, just like when I was offline and in the corporate world and offline world, I purported that everyone should have a side gig, a side hustle, some kind of a business in addition to their job, their career, their corporate job and career, just because it gives you so much flexibility and so much freedom and so much confidence, and it actually supports both of the things that you're doing. So when I was in corporate America, I always had a business, at least one on the side, and when I was and since I've had a business, I've almost always had a very minor, very small component online or in other areas, just to kind of field my bets, hedge my bets, and make sure that I had all my bases covered and flexibility. It just adds an element of security, especially in times like today when COVID-19 has hit and the entire way we've done things for years has been kind of blown up, and everybody is having to run to catch up and get settled in different areas. The people like me that were online already have just kind of made little small changes. People that weren't online and businesses that have been shut down have been making huge, drastic changes in order to survive these interesting and changing times. So my question for you is, what attachments do you have? How footloose and fancy free are you and different aspects and components in your business? How footloose and fancy free do you want to be? Do you want to be structured and tied to a location, or do you want to be more global? Nowadays, with the internet, the ability to have a global customer base and actually scale down and niche down makes it both possible and profitable to serve a very small specialized audience of people. Do you want to do that, or do you want to just serve a local area and have a specific location that your business operates in? Always up to you, but there's advantages and disadvantages to both, right? I think we're finding during COVID, there's a disadvantage to be in a local area that has shut down and continues to keep your business locked down and shut down. It doesn't mean there aren't creative ways to continue to serve people, but the way you've been doing it for the life of your business may have been just immediately stopped and halted, and you're not able to perform tasks and services and sell products that you were before. And so it's definitely digging into your livelihood. My philosophy is that I want to be able to, and my motto kind of is, I want to be able to do what I want, when I want, where I want, with whomever I want, from wherever I want, wearing whatever I want. That's my whole pajama grandma thing, and I've done that for a couple of years. This year during COVID, the pajama grandma's kind of taken a hiatus, and she's napping, I think, through the year 2020. And I don't know that she'll wake up again. She's doing the fun challenge every day, but that's probably all she'll do. And then next year she'll probably retire and go do something fun. But I, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom, will be here. Don't know how much longer I'll be sharing idioms. I find them fascinating. It's fun to me to look at a different idiom every day and say, have I heard this? Have I had experience with this? What does this mean to me? And is there a way that I can use it to actually grow and enhance what I'm doing for my business? And can I help other people do that as well? So that's our idiom for today. Love to know your experience with being footloose and fancy free. And how important that is to you. You know, creating systems and processes and procedures and setting our businesses up so that they can run and operate without us. that is one of the most fun, freeing things on the planet. And there's always very creative, very easy ways to do that. And as technology advances and changes, it becomes even easier, so that we can focus on doing the things we love to do, and then let other people and let other systems do the rest in order to make sure that we're growing and building our businesses. So that's it. That's our idiom for today. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And how might you use it to grow your business right now?